This is going to be part number 3 of 2024 solved question paper of your GATE psychology. Okay. All right. So in the previous two parts, we have discussed for C7, C8, C9 and C10. In the last part, we will discuss complete questions from the C6 to C1, and by this we will wrap up the complete paper of 2024, from where you will get questions in the upcoming examination, as well as you will keep on getting this in any exam you are going to give in your life and where you are going to deal with psychology. Okay, so let's start. Let's go to the 2024 section. So first of all, I hope all of you know who this person is. So we are talking about Sigmund Freud, and the date of birth is 6 May 1856, and the death is approximately, not approximately, precisely around World War II, 1939. Okay. Okay, and he wrote the book Die Traumdeutung, which comes out as the interpretation of dreams, so not dreams, interpretation of dreams, in around 1900. Okay, and along with that, he and that guy Carl Jung visited Clark University in 1909 on the, we can say, the of whom hosting of Stanley Hall, the same guy who discovered 1892 APA. Okay. Now, first of all, question number 31, the theory of psychoanalysis is based on which method? Easy question, simple question. Is it based on survey? Did Freud went and survey all the people staying in Germany, Austria, Vienna that time? No. Did he do the observation? No. What he did, he simply used the case study, whichever person, whichever men, women were coming to his clinic, and he just did the same thing. Okay, so the correct answer over here, here will be what? It will be the case study, not the introspection. It was done by the, I mean, initiated by the structuralist, by the Wilhelm Wundt and the Edward Tishner. Okay, so introspection is looking into one own self or looking inside and things like that. So the correct option will be your case study. We are discussing unit number 6 of 2024. Now moving forward to the next question, which theory emphasizes individual's subjective frame of reference? Okay, so let's suppose you are an individual and your individual subjective frame of reference, how you think, what you think, whatever it is happening, your own subjective interpretation, okay, your own subjective thing will be considered or under which theory? Now talking about first the behaviorist, no, never, nada. About the dispositional, no, never, not about the disposition. And phenomenological, yes. And psychoanalytic, no, never, nada. Okay, because they are talking about what? They are talking about the unconscious stuff that happened in your childhood traumas and all those things. This is talking about the innate thing which is in your body or which you are having by birth, and this is talking about the stimulus and relation. Nobody is mentioning A, B or D. Nobody is mentioning, or none of them is mentioning about what? About subjective frame of reference. So what will be the answer? If you don't know the answer about this thing, that okay, C is going to be the answer, you can also eliminate the same way which I did right now. So you will be able to get the answer what is going to be the correct answer 99.9% of times. Okay, but right now, right here, option number 3, phenomenological approach is the phenomenological theory is the correct answer, which emphasizes on what? Emphasizes on the individual's subjective frame of reference. And behaviorist, what they observe, I mean the stimulus and response. Dispositional is what you are getting by birth and innate things. And psychoanalytic is the, you already know about this thing. Now moving forward to the next question. So you can see unit number 3, sorry, not 3. This is the third question from unit number 6. So this psychology, this personality things becomes interesting. Now talking about this question, which of the following is are not defense mechanisms? Okay, again, defense mechanisms. So if you can associate, everything is revolving around Sigmund Freud. The first question all as well, second as well, and third as well. Okay, so psychoanalysis becomes important for you, and they can ask you about OAPLG this time. It is high probability that this stages of psychosexual development they can ask you. Now, which of the following is are not defense mechanisms? What we will use or not use? Projection, frustration, introspection, and rationalization. Right now, if you just pay attention to what I did in first question, what was there? Introspection was also mentioned over there. Okay, so introspection done by whom? Tishner and that Wilhelm Wundt around 1879. These were the methods used by them. Introspection. So we all know that okay, introspection is never going to be the answer. Okay. Now we are confused between projection, frustration, and rationalization. If you have studied, you will definitely know that okay, option number A and D is the correct answers. Okay. Option number A and D are the correct answers because these are 100% defense mechanism you will find in the C book as well, or any NCRT or any general psychology book which you will find a good book. You will find the answer for this as well, that okay, what it is a defense mechanism. But the twist in the tail over here is that they are asking not. Okay, which of the following are not defense mechanisms? So you have to be alert that they can ask you about this thing as well. So frustration and introspection is going to be the correct answer in this particular question, because frustration, we are talking about FAH, frustration aggression hypothesis. Okay, Dollard, Miller, and all those things, Berkowitz, go and study from the book as well. Okay, they can ask you about that thing as well, about stress, or sorry, aggression. Okay, all right, so what is the answer correct over here? Option number B and C. And you can tell your answers from the PDF as well. Okay, you can check the answers over here as well, and you can just practice more and more. Now we will jump on to unit number 5 of this particular GATE Psychology 2024 paper. Now this is from our unit number 5, a easy question. Which model of decision making relies on simplifying strategies or rules of thumb? As soon as you saw this rules of thumb, based on past experiences, fairness, past events, and aversion to loss, what is going to be the appropriate answer? Just try to think on that. As soon as you see these rules of thumb, you will find this heuristics as well and biases model, and this is only the correct answer. Okay, this question is never going to repeat again, but be prepared that about bounded rationality model, if you want you can study, economic rationality model if you want you can study, social model if you want you can study, but this is never likely to repeat. It is not that type of question which is going to repeat. Okay, but the correct answer over here is your judgment heuristics, under which what comes availability one and representative one. Okay, this is going to they are going to ask you again. And biases model, whatever biases you are having based on the what, based on the past experiences. Okay, so what is the correct answer over here? Option number B is the correct answer over here. Moving forward to another simple question over here, question number 43. I told you in the last video, the gate strategy video, that okay, these intelligence theories are very important. In each and every session they are asking about this particular question, who has given what, who has given whom. Okay, they can ask you about in detail as well about this Robert Sternberg, what are things in that. In Thurston they can ask what are the various abilities. In Guilford also they can ask you about unit, process, and operations and all those things. So you have to be well prepared. Question, easy question like this can also come, and difficult question like this also can come. Okay, but if you will study properly, you will find this question more easy than it is. Okay, Charles Spearman, Arthur Jensen, LL Thurston, Robert Sternberg, and JP Guilford. Okay, out of these, which of the these are the very famous name we can say? First of all, Charles Spearman in 1904, just before the partition of Bengal. Okay, Charles Spearman came up with which theory? Level 1 and level 2? No. Triarchic theory? No. Structure of intelligence? No. Two-factor theory of intelligence. 100% Charles Spearman proposed this theory. You will mark 1 with D and you will save yours and mine both of our time. Okay, this is going to be the correct answer. You can just match the rest of the things. Second is A, Arthur Jensen, level 1, level 2. Everything is mentioned in the A book as well, or in any general psychology C book as well. Okay, now JP Guilford, what he will do, this guy, fifth one, what he will do, structure of intelligence, SOI model, 180, 120, 150, whatever it is. Okay, Robert Sternberg, what he will give, fourth one, the triarchic theory of intelligence, practical, contextual, and that thing. LL Thurston, the primary mental abilities, how many? There are 7 primary mental abilities. So what is the correct answer over here? Option number B is the correct answer over here. And with this, we are done with unit number 5 as well. We will now jump to unit number 4. Now, this is our unit number 4 questions. Unit wise, we are doing from this GATE EPYQ book. Now, which of the following is the binocular cue for depth perception? This unit is very important. We are doing over here. It is IMP, and you will get to know about the number of questions which we are going to do under this head. Which of the following is a binocular cue for depth perception? The question we will find in any NCRT book, in any general psychology book, you will find answers for this. Okay. Now, talking about binocular cue, there are only 2 binocular cues ever in your life. First is the convergence, and second is the retinal disparity, or retinal, whatever they want to say. Okay. Go and read book. You will find answer over there. Rest of all are what? These are the monocular cues. These are the monocular one. Binocular one are only two, convergence and the retinal disparity. So the correct answer is option number 4, that is D. Moving forward to next one, this is our schedules of reinforcement. Simple one. You can just give your answer. I will like to know how many of you can answer this correctly. A, B, C, D. Please free feel to comment down below what is the correct answer for this particular question, because this is an important question and this might arise in the recent exam as well. Okay, it is an important one about schedules of reinforcement. Now talking about this thing, while retrieving a long-term memory, bits and pieces of information are gathered from various sources and put back together in a process called what it is. Option number A, B, C, and D. Try to answer this. While retrieving a long-term memory, you are retrieving something from LTM. Bits and pieces of information are gathered from various sources and put back together in a process called what we will call this. We will call it as a constructive processing. Okay, it is not consolidation. It is not reintegration. It is not automatic processing. If you want to know about consolidation, how it is happening, go and read C book. You will find over there about consolidation, memory, and all those things. Okay. So the correct answer over here is question number 39. Option number C, constructive processing is the right answer. There's nothing such as reintegration in this memory model, and automatic processing is also not there. Option number C, constructive processing is the correct answer, because you are constructing your memory, you are adding pieces, bits, and pieces of information. Now, question number 41. When a monkey A sees a monkey B touching four pictures in a certain order to gain a banana on a screen, monkey A learns to imitate that order even when shown a different configuration. This process is known as. You can just associate this with which of the theory you can think of when you are answering this question. Monkey A, this is monkey A, sees monkey B, this is monkey B, touching four pictures in a certain order. Okay, whatever order it is, to gain a banana on screen. Okay, what he is using, he or she is using, this monkey is using these four pictures to grab a banana. Monkey A learns to imitate that order even when shown a different configuration. Now this monkey knows, okay, if I am having these four bits of pieces, I mean these four things, different pictures, how can I use them to get this banana? Okay, so what he observed, this process is known as, is it a social imitation? Is it a classical imitation? Is it a cognitive, cognitive arousal? Never. This is not a cognitive. There is nothing such as arousal in this particular topic. Okay. And cognitive imitation. And that is how we will learn. We will know that, okay, option number D is the most suitable and most correct answer over here about cognitive imitation. This monkey is using his somewhat little brain, okay, which we study in the insight learning thing. Okay. By whom? Try to comment down below. I am wondering, is it Max Wertheimer, Wolfgang Kohler, or that third one, Kurt Kafka? What is the correct answer for this? Make sure that you comment down below. Okay, now what is the correct answer over here is, it is cognitive imitation. This guy, this monkey imitates what he or she saws in monkey B. Now moving forward to the next question. Don't worry, these are applied based questions. You have to judge on your knowledge and that thing and tell me who is going to give this wrong answer. If you are giving answer wrong for this right now, then it is unlikely that you are going to pass the examination. It is hard but truth. If you are not able to, okay, it is again asked over here. But right now, if you are giving the examination recent one and if you don't know answer for this, you messed up, you gave wrong answer for this, 100% you are not going to pass. Okay, because it is one of the easiest one. Now classical conditioning, who has given? Thorndike, Pavlov, B.F. Skinner, or Kohler? Okay, we all know classical conditioning by I.V. Pavlov from Russia. Okay, first is B, and this is so simple. This is the answer. See, this is how you will save what you will save time. Okay, learn from here that you are going to save time over there as well if you will be more precise and more ready earlier. Now second is C, instrumental conditioning by B.F. Skinner, by what we will later on get behavior modification. Insightful learning is given by whom? Given by this Wolfgang Kohler. And trial and error learning by E.L. Thorndike. Okay, so what happens interestingly, from the methods and from the study of E.L. Thorndike, this guy B.F. Skinner later comes and provided this instrumental conditioning and reinforcement and all those things. Based on which law? Based on the law of effect. Edward Lee Thorndike gave three laws: law of effect, law of readiness, and law of exercise. Okay, they can ask you about this thing as well, so be prepared. Now this question again, a applied based question, a difficult one we can say, or a good question, we will find out. Jagruti's mother was upset to find that Jagruti used her crayons to draw the picture of an animal on the wall of the drawing room. Okay, she drawn images or pictures on the drawing room. Her mother took away the crayons. She took away the crayons from her and made Jagruti wash the drawings of the wall. Which of the following statements is are true? So as we will know, it is a MSQ type. Okay, you will not never nowhere you will find this statement in any book because it is a applied based question. Okay, so what you need to know is the schedules of reinforcement and the see this thing and punishment. Okay, and which you will find in any general psychology book. Now, having her crayons taken away was a form of punishment by removal. Having her crayons taken away was a form of negative reinforcement. If you know the distinction between punishment and negative reinforcement, you will be able to answer this correctly. If you are confused, if you don't know, then it is very difficult that you are going to answer this correctly over here. Okay, so what is happening over here is it was a punishment given to him or her. Okay, which is by what, which is by removal. So what is the going to be the answer? Having her crayons taken away was a form of punishment by removal. The main basic priority over here is in punishment we want the behavior to stop, and in negative we want it to reinforce. Okay, okay, but now if you have this book, then your life will be very easy, just as you find out this channel. First of all, punishment by application and punishment by removal. These two are given. If you will read, you will get to know why the answer is, how the answer is, and what things are happening over here. Okay. So what is punishment by removal? On the other hand, is the kind of punishment most often confused with negative reinforcement. See there, what I was just telling you that you don't know, they have mentioned in their in here as well. Okay, in this type of punishment, behavior is punished by the removal of something pleasurable. Removal of something pleasurable. Crayons were pleasurable to this girl or desired after the behavior occurs. Okay, so be careful that you have to just clear the concept between the negative reinforcement and this punishment by removal. So what is going to be the answer over here? Having our crayons taken away was a form of punishment by removal because something pleasant was removed from there. If you will mark this, option B gets eliminated. Now you are confused between being made to wash up the drawing room was a form of punishment by application or by punishment by removal. Okay. So what we will learn, and this is what you will find over here in the punishment section, something unpleasant, punishment by application. Okay. This thing will come under what? It will come under the head of being made by wash of the drawing was a form of punishment by application. Okay. There is no removal happening, punishment by removal to being made to wash off because being made to wash off was not desirable by that girl. Okay, so option number A and C is going to be the correct answer. For that, I have told you earlier also before starting this question the options dealing. What I told you, you have to get your concept clear for schedules of reinforcement and the punishment thing. Once you get this done, okay, it's pretty obvious to forget things again and again, but right before exam just mug this up how the things are different and you will be able to get marks easily without any confusion. Now, talking about this question, which of the following statements is are correct regarding memory? So we will talk about now memory. First of all, statement is we are going to talk about memory. Visual sensory memory lasts for a fraction of second. Yes, it is correct 100%. Visual memory. Now with this, what we will remember? We will remember that okay, with visual sensory memory, we are also having this echoic memory as well. Okay, echoic memory. Iconic and echoic. They can ask you again. Selective attention moves the information from short-term memory to long-term memory. What? How? When? This is never going to be the answer. Selective attention moves the information from STM to LTM. No, it is done by the elaborative rehearsal. By what it is done? It is done by the elaborative rehearsal from the STM to LTM. This is never going to be the answer in this world. Option number C. In short-term memory, the information is held for a brief period of time while being used. Yes, talking about working memory thing. And okay, I just told you about echoic memory. Echoic memory capacity is limited to 2 seconds but smaller than the capacity of iconic memory. And this is also a correct one. Echoic memory capacity is limited to 2 seconds. What you heard while I was explaining this, you would have forgotten, but smaller than the capacity of iconic memory. Okay. So what we will find correct is A, C and D. So you have to be alert, careful that okay, there can be three options that are correct. Okay. Don't just think every time that whenever MSQ will come, you will have only one two correct, or these two correct, or these two correct, or these two correct. No, they can give you three right answers, three correct responses as well. Okay, so be very careful. Option number B is not the answer over here. And with this, we are finished with this part. Let's move to the third part. Now, this is our unit number 3, question number 50 of 2024. Which of the following hormones do or does not increase hunger? Hunger is a mechanism in your body for which certain things are responsive or responsible, and out of these, which of the following does not increase hunger? To eat. Your body will tell you to eat, okay, and you will start eating. Out of these, which of the following does not do the same mechanism? First of all, talking about leptin, yes. Insulin, yes. And melanocortin, yes. Only ghrelin. Ghrelin is what? It is the right answer. I mean, it increases your hunger, but the question is asking about what? If the question was like this, which of the following hormones do or does increase hunger, only option C would be correct. But the question have been twisted and made difficult by asking what? It does not increase hunger. Many of you will mark BC or AC or CD, things like that, but the correct answer is A, B and D. Leptin, insulin and melanocortin does not increase hunger. They, although, try to control your appetite and all those things, so they are definitely not going to increase hunger. Okay, so where is ghrelin? Ghrelin is released by cells in the stomach. Okay, so your gastrointestinal tract, okay, that tract has some cells, and what they do, they will release ghrelin is released by cells in the stomach, and what will happen eventually in the brain? Ghrelin causes a hunger response, driving you to seek food. So whenever you are moving on the road and you find this very hungry food court or food era or whatever it is, okay, you will find anything there, street food, any veg, non-veg, what you eat, street food, and suddenly you start feeling hunger. What it is causing? It is caused by the ghrelin hunger responses, okay, in your brain, and then you will park your scooty, bike, car over here, and then you will go and just bang on. As well as ghrelin also causes the stomach to prepare for food. Okay, get ready my boy, now you are going to eat some street food, chili and hot, as stretching the stomach with food stops the release of ghrelin. Stretching the stomach with food stops the release of ghrelin. So you will eat, ghrelin will go down and you will stop eating there. So I know many of you would be feeling hungry right now. So the correct answer is A, B and D is the correct answer over here. Moving forward to the next one, components of peripheral nervous system are. How easy they can ask? Come on, this is one of the most easiest question in gate 2024. Okay, even that intelligence theory was the difficult one. It is very easy. Components of peripheral nervous system are. Okay, now in your entire life you will never forget this thing. This is what? This is your brain, and this is what? This is your SC. It means spinal cord. Okay, for this you will have the cervical region over here, you will have the thoracic region over here, you will have the lumbar, and you will have the sacral and the osse, that what I don't know the spelling, but CTLS is the correct order. Make sure that you remember this thing. These are the spinal cords, nerves or whatever it is. Okay, the cervical ones, the thoracic ones, the lumbar ones and the sacral ones. But right now we are discussing about the CNS. So these two things, whatever you are watching right now in pink is what is your CNS. Okay, this is the central nervous system consisting of brain and this thing only, spinal cord only. Rest all what you are having is under what? Is under your PNS. Okay, what are these? These are the peripheral nervous system. Okay, so in your nervous, now what is the nervous system? Wait, the important, the favorite part is unit number this. What is a nervous system? Nervous system is consisting of called specialized cells called as the neuron. Okay, neuron cell or nerve cell. So in your nervous system, what it is, there are number of billions of trillions of neurons happening, doing some electrochemical signals transferring and all those things. Okay, and in that nervous system, you are having two components. First of all, the CNS one, which you saw in the pink region, and the PNS thing. Okay, the peripheral nervous system. Now the question is asking components of peripheral nervous system are, it means the blue one. Okay, so in the blue one, are we having the somatic nervous system? We don't know. Central nervous system, definitely not. This is not going to be the answer, definitely not. Okay, automatic nervous system, okay, we don't know, and autonomic nervous system, we don't know. But just try to think, any day, anywhere, anytime you study, did you study anything about automatic nervous system? It is just simple a joke they have asked in this question. There is nothing called as the automatic nervous system. So you will just simply eliminate the, okay, CNS is not the thing and this is also not the thing, and you will get the answer. Okay, somatic nervous system and autonomic nervous system are the two components of your peripheral nervous system. Okay, now talking about all this thing, all the peripheral thing. Okay, what we are having, we are having two things over here, the SNS somatic nervous system and the ANS autonomic nervous system. Now one thing is very primary, very careful, very important, very IMP. Whatever voluntary movement, okay, I will say to you, I will tell you to raise your hand, to move your head, to walk, whatever voluntary movement you will be doing is done by what, is done by the somatic nervous system. Okay, and whatever involuntary, no, this will get confused. Wait on. Now whatever involuntary voluntary movements are happening in your body, your breathing, your digestion, your everything, hormone and all those things, whatever organs, internal organs you are having, and these movements are involuntary, are controlled by what, controlled by the autonomic nervous system. Okay, and under that you will have the efferent nerves, interneurons and all those things, but that is a topic for any other day. And right now the correct answer is option number 1 and option number 4. Moving forward to the next question, the components of a vertebrate motor neuron is, okay, they are talking about a motor neuron. The components of these are simple one, the axon, this thing, the myelin sheath, this thing, and the soma, this thing. Okay, cortisol is not a component of a vertebrate motor neuron. Okay, it is released from the adrenal glands while we are facing a situation of stress. Okay, so correct answer is A, B, and C. Axon, myelin sheath, and soma. They have asked you previously as well about myelin sheath in the CNS. Right now, just you just saw the CNS. Who will make the myelin sheath? It will be made by the oligodendrocytes. And in the PNS, the peripheral nervous system, what who will make? It will be made by the Schwann cells. Okay, be careful. They can ask you about this thing as well. Okay, all right. So with this, we are finished with this part as well, the unit number 3, and now we will jump to unit number 2. Okay, so I guess this part number 3 has been some longevity. It is having a longevity for gate paper. So right now we will stop over here only. We have discussed from unit number 3 to unit number 6 all the questions. In the next and the surely the last part, that is going to be part number 4. Fourth part we will discuss rest of the unit that is left, unit number 1 and unit number 2. Okay, we will complete all the questions, and with this we will finish the complete paper of 2024 PYQ series of this GATE Psychology XHC5. Okay, so many of you who have purchased this ebook, they can just practice as much as possible from this PYQ ebook, and those who are not having it still, they still have a chance to get this. Just check the description, order it right away, and you will get as soon as possible in your mailbox. Okay, but you have to do as soon as possible. Just check the description, follow the steps, and I will tell them to send you as soon as possible when you will send the what, you will send the request. Okay, all right, with this our part number 3 is finished over here. See you all in the next part. I hope you like the video. Make sure that you subscribe the channel, and for the free study material and all those steps, make sure that you join the Telegram channel from the link given in the description. Thank you and have a nice day ahead. See you all soon, and definitely part number 4 is going to be the last part right now. I mean this time. Okay, this is sure. Video number 4 will be the last part of this 2024 series. Thank you and have a nice day ahead.